Welcome to the Computer World Terminologies and Concepts series. In this video, we're going to explore one of the most important tools in software development, version control. Version control is a system that tracks and manages changes to your code over time. It's essential for any developer who wants to collaborate with others, maintain code history, and prevent losing work. Let's dive in and understand why version control matters and how it helps teams work together efficiently. Version control is a system that keeps track of every change made to your code. Think of it like a detailed diary of your project. First, it tracks all changes made to your code over time, so you always know what was modified and when. Second, you can revert to previous versions if something breaks. If you make a mistake or introduce a bug, you can simply go back to an earlier version of your code. Third, version control enables multiple developers to collaborate safely without overwriting each other's work. Finally, it allows you to create branches, which are separate development lines where you can work on features without affecting the main code. This isolation prevents conflicts and keeps development organized. Git is a distributed version control system created by Linus Torvalds in 2005. Unlike older centralized systems, Git is fully distributed, meaning every developer has a complete copy of the entire project history on their computer. This makes Git extremely fast and efficient. Git is free and open source, so anyone can use it and contribute to its development. Another major advantage is that Git works offline. You can commit changes, create branches, and work on your project without needing an internet connection. When you reconnect, you can synchronize your work with the team. Git is perfect for tracking code changes, enabling team collaboration, managing large projects, and maintaining a complete project history. Let's learn the fundamental Git commands you'll use every day. First, Git init creates a new Git repository in your project folder, initializing version control. Second, Git status shows you which files have changed and which files are ready to be saved. Third, Git add with a dot adds all your modified files to the staging area, which is like preparing them for submission. Finally, Git commit with a message saves your changes to the repository along with a description of what you changed. These 4 commands form the basic workflow. Initialize your repo, make changes, check what changed, stage your files, and commit with a meaningful message. Branches are one of Git's most powerful features. A branch is an independent line of development that lets you work on features separately from the main code. First, Git branch feature name creates a new branch with a specific name. You can have as many branches as you need. Second, Git checkout feature name switches you to that branch so you can start working on it. Everything you do now happens on this isolated branch. Third, Git branch lists all the branches in your repository so you can see what branches exist and which one you're currently on. Finally, Git branch-d feature name deletes a branch you no longer need. Branches are essential because they let multiple developers work on different features simultaneously without interfering with each other. After you finish working on a feature branch, you need to merge it back into the main codebase. Here's the merge process. First, use Git checkout main to switch to the main branch where you want to receive the changes. Second, run Git pull origin main to download the latest changes from the remote repository and ensure you're up to date. Third, use Git Merge feature name to combine your feature branch into the main branch. Git will automatically integrate the changes. Finally, push your merged code using Git push origin main to upload the completed work to the remote repository so your team can access it. This 4-step process ensures that features are properly integrated while keeping everyone synchronized. Sometimes when merging, Git finds conflicts. A conflict occurs when 2 branches modify the same lines of code in different ways. Git will mark the conflict with special markers showing both versions. To resolve a conflict, you need to manually edit the file and decide which version to keep. You can choose your version, their version, or combine both. After editing the file and removing the conflict markers, you use Git add file name to stage the resolved file. Finally, commit your changes with Git commit-m resolved conflict. Handling conflicts is a normal part of teamwork, and with practice, it becomes second nature. Different teams use different branching strategies based on their needs. GitHub Flow is simple and popular for smaller teams and quick releases. It uses mainly the main branch with short-lived feature branches. Git Flow is more complex, but ideal for large teams managing multiple versions. It uses a develop branch, feature branches, release branches, and hotfix branches for different purposes. Trunk-based development is a modern approach where all developers commit to a single main branch frequently, enabling continuous delivery. Choose a strategy that matches your team size and project requirements. GitHub Flow is great for startups and fast-paced teams. Git Flow works well for larger organizations with scheduled releases. Trunk-based development suits teams practicing continuous integration and continuous delivery. Let's cover important best practices to maintain a healthy codebase. Do create feature branches for all changes so main remains stable. Do write clear, descriptive commit messages that explain what you changed and why. Do pull before pushing to prevent conflicts with teammates' work. Do use pull requests for code review, enabling team members to provide feedback before merging. Do commit frequently with small, focused changes instead of large commits mixing multiple features. Avoid making direct commits to the main branch. Avoid combining multiple unrelated features in one large commit. Avoid vague commit messages like fixed bug or update. Avoid force pushing without team approval, as it can damage shared history. And never commit sensitive data like passwords or API keys. Following these practices keeps your codebase clean, your history clear, and your team organized.
If you like this video, hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. Visit codelucky.com for more such useful content.